These are sit-to-stands with option to add a block or a strap. And so the first thing we're going to do is start in our seated position. So they're sitting on the edge of the chair, creating a nice arch in the back, creating a little extension, letting the shoulder blades drop down and together. The ears over the shoulder, over the hip. And from the front view, our ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder are in a perfect alignment on each side. So she has her ankles directly under her knees where they should be. And she's actually going to stand without moving her feet. So she's going to go ahead and put her arms behind her head, interlacing her fingers, and then pull the elbows back. So you want to engage the scapulas, kind of squeeze them down and together. So we're getting really great thoracic extension here while we're strengthening and repositioning the scapulas. So from this position, she's going to engage her feet into the floor, and she's going to push herself and try to come up with minimal forward trunk movement, and then sit back down, and then up, and then back down. So we're really engaging pelvic stability. We're using a lot of different leg muscles here and encouraging that pelvic stability while we have the thoracic extension, and still getting a lot of core strength involved. So depending on your practitioner, if there's extra work that needs to be done with pelvic stability, we can put a block right between the knees, created by that same distance apart. And then this is going to encourage a little bit more pelvic stability using the adductors. So now we're going to go ahead and sit to stand here, and then back down, keeping constant pressure on the block. Good. And then, if the practitioner chooses to increase more pelvic stability through the abductors, depending on what they find needs to be strengthened a little bit more. You put a strap just above the knees, around the thighs, and then the same thing. She's going to go ahead and go from a sit to a stand, keeping constant pressure out against that strap. So a little more pressure out against the strap, and then stand. So really getting some good core work, really creating a lot of pelvic stability. Really also just engaging a whole kinetic chain of muscle involvement. I mean, if you look at it right now, from head to toe, all these muscles are being involved from this whole kinetic chain from the foot all the way up to the neck. So those are sit-to-stands with option to add a block or strap.